So we're back from our experiment. That was so much fun. We learned a lot already, but we're going to learn even more. So this is what we just did. We'll run through it in case you want to do it again. First step, you filled your cup with warm water and placed it somewhere safe on that counter or a hard surface. You created your cloud. You put a little bit of shaving cream on the top of the water just until it reached the top of the cup. Then you thought about an observation question. What do you think will happen if we put food coloring on top of the shaving cream? And you wrote your answer in your Jamboard. And if you haven't done it yet, you're going to go back and write your answer in there. Then we put 5 or so drops of blue food coloring on top of the shaving cream. And we watched what is happening. And we wrote our observations in our journal. Again, if you haven't done it, that's okay, because we know you're going to do it in a little bit. Then we cleaned up our area. We poured our shaving cream, our water, and our food coloring into the sink or somewhere safe. And you might want to ask mom or dad for help with that, just because I think it's super important that you ask them for help before making a mess. And then we wrote down the answer to, what do you think would happen if we did the same experiment again without our shaving cream cloud? I don't know what would happen if we did that. You are going to go to your Jamboard. Remember, it looks just like this. You're going to write what you think would happen before you put the blue shaving cream on top, blue food coloring on top of your shaving cream. And then you're going to write your observations, or remember, fancy word for what you just saw. And then right here, you're going to answer this question. What would happen in the experiment without the shaving cream? Or what do you think would happen if we did the same experiment again without the shaving cream? Remember, we talked about what would it look like? Would it do the same thing? Would the blue food coloring act the same? So think about that and write your answer right there in the center. So we're going to move on to our lesson. So before we talk about those clouds, we're going to talk about what the clouds make, because that's what we saw in our experiment. And that's kind of what we talk about as weather. So what falls down from clouds is called precipitation. Now, I know that's a super hard word, but let's say it together. Precipitation. It's just a fancy word for what falls down from clouds. So our first one, and the one that we mostly probably know about, is called rain. And we got a lot of rain this past weekend. Rain is water, liquid water, what you drink on a daily basis, that falls down from clouds. It's what we just saw in our experiment. And we'll talk about in a little bit what kind of clouds produce rain. Then we have sleet, which is these little bitty pieces of frozen rain. Some people call it freezing rain. And it's just ice, little pieces of ice that fall down from the clouds when it gets really cold outside. And then we have hail, which are bigger chunks of ice that fall down from the clouds. And that's what happens when it thunderstorms outside or gets really loud. You know, we talked about that in our other lesson about what happens when we get scared in a thunderstorm. Sometimes we have hail, and that just means that way up in the clouds, it got a little bit cold and big pieces of ice fell down. We had some of this weekend, and I've never seen it before, so it was kind of silly and crazy to see it outside. And then we have snow, and we most likely know what snow looks like. It's white, it's fluffy, it's pretty, it falls down in the winter time. And so we had a little bit of this year, but not quite as much as I would have liked to see. So now we're going to talk about types of clouds. So we have your cumulus clouds, which are the ones you see right here. They're the ones you've probably seen most often in the sky. They're big and white and fluffy, and they kind of look like cotton balls. And they are kind of what you would see on a sunny day, but you got to watch out for them because they can get a little bit scary. They can turn down here into what are called nimbus clouds or cumulonimbus clouds because they kind of look the same. And nimbus clouds, they're a little bit scary. They're what you see mostly on a rainy or thunderstorm day. And that is a cloud you can look up at and say, oh goodness, I should get inside because it is getting ready to really rain or really be a thunderstorm, and I need to be somewhere safe because the nimbus clouds are up in the sky. Then you have your cirrus clouds, and those look a little bit more like a spider web. So they're really stretchy, they're really stringy, and they look kind of wispy, is what people would describe them as. Now, cirrus clouds are usually what you would see on a sunny day and maybe a partly cloudy day. That just means the sun is peeking out from behind those clouds and saying hello. Cirrus clouds usually don't produce very much precipitation. That rain, snow, sleet, hail, they're kind of just up in the sky, making the sky look very pretty. Then you have stratus clouds. Now, stratus clouds are really what you would see on a more partly cloudy day. And again, that just means the sun is peeking out from behind those clouds, but it's just kind of cloudy up there. It's not really doing anything, not raining. It might be misting a little bit, but it's not a thunderstorm like we have with our nimbus clouds. Now, I obviously forgot something. We can look up in the sky some days and see no clouds. And what about what happens when there's no clouds in the sky? Well, just like our experiment, we learned and we saw that we need that shaving cream cloud to produce rain. Without clouds, we cannot have any precipitation or rain. So a sky without clouds would tell me it's going to be a sunny day today. It's not going to rain right now. It could rain later. Some clouds could pop up, but most likely it's going to be a hot, sunny day without clouds or rain. So now we're going to talk about the clouds we typically see in the seasons. So I want you to come right here. We're going to click on this and go to YouTube, and we're going to watch a video.
Hey kids, are you in elementary school like us? Do you love science? Well, we love...
Sorry about that ad, guys. Here we go. Listen to the seasons, and we're going to review our seasons before we talk about the clouds we see in the seasons.
Here we go. Oh, oh. Here we go. Oh, oh. Here we go. Here we go. Oh. Here we go. Here we go. Oh. Here we go. Oh. Seasons of the year. 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 Here comes the spring with the rain pouring down. Here comes the spring with the flowers in the ground. Here comes the spring with the rainbow in the sky. Here comes the spring to bring new life. Here comes the spring with the rain pouring down. Here comes the spring with the flowers in the ground. Here comes the spring with the rainbow in the sky. Here comes the spring to bring new life. Here we go. Oh. Seasons of the year. 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 Here comes the summer with the heat from the sun. Here comes the summer with the kids having fun. Here comes the summer with the warm breeze. Here comes the summer with the trees so green. Here comes the summer with the heat from the sun. Here comes the summer with the kids having fun. Here comes the summer with the warm breeze. Here comes the summer with the trees so green. Here we go. Oh. Seasons of the year. 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 Here comes the fall with the leaves changing color. Here comes the fall with the climate getting cooler. Here comes the fall with the leaves falling down. Here comes the fall with the wind blowing loud. Here comes the fall with the leaves changing color. Here comes the fall with the climate getting cooler. Here comes the fall with the leaves falling down.
Good job, guys. So we know we have spring, summer, fall, and winter. And so we're going to talk about the kind of clouds we usually see. So winter, not always around here, but it usually snows because it's pretty cold during the winter. So for winter, we need those stratus or nimbus clouds to produce our precipitation, which in the wintertime is snow or freezing rain or sleet. In the springtime, we usually have sunny days like it is today, and we have cumulus clouds or no clouds, but in the spring, we have lots of rain because we need that rain so our plants can grow and be pretty for the summertime. So we might have a few days where those nimbus clouds pop up and cause it to rain, and we might have a few thunderstorms. Now, in the summertime, we love to think that we're going to get a whole summer without any rain. And if we had a sunny day, we probably could look up and see no clouds, or we might see some of those wispy cirrus clouds. But in the summertime, you have to be very careful because those cumulus clouds, which are the big white puffy ones, might turn into those mean, scary cumulonimbus clouds that can bring rain and thunderstorms, which usually don't last very long in the summer, but they do pop up. Now, in the fall, we have a few rain showers, which means we need what kind of clouds? Nimbus clouds, that's right. But usually we just have stratus clouds or no clouds because we have breezy fall days. So we are going to do 2 activities and then you are all done with my lesson for the day, and I'm so proud of you for doing such a great job. So right here, you are going to draw a picture of a cloud. Choose your favorite, but I got to know what one it is. So you're going to write me a little note right here. Tell me what kind of cloud it is. Then remember, one of our objectives was we could compare and contrast those types of clouds, and we are going to use a sunny and a rainy day to do that. This object right here is called a Venn diagram, and it helps us compare 2 things. We write what's different on the outsides, and we write what's the same in the middle. So I've already done most of it for you. So on a sunny day, our clouds are usually fluffy, those cumulus clouds, and they're white, like those stratus or the cumulus clouds or the cirrus clouds. Now, on a rainy day, our clouds are those nimbus clouds, which are usually dark clouds, and they're gray clouds. So that's what I wrote. You can add whatever else you think goes in the differences of a sunny day and a rainy day clouds. One thing I need for you to write in there is the season you think we would usually have a sunny day and a rainy day cloud. So you can write whatever season you think you have a sunny day cloud, which is those cumulus clouds, or a rainy day cloud, which is those nimbus clouds. And in the middle, I wrote my similarity, which is clouds can help us predict the weather, either the cloud on a sunny day or the cloud on a rainy day. They can help us predict that weather. So I'm going to show you how you can upload your picture of your cloud. So right here, you can draw your cloud on regular paper. And you can click this button right here that says Add Image. You click it, you're going to be able to find that picture on your computer. And then again, right here, you're going to write the season that you think. So click the text box, click, write your answer right there on your journal page, not on anybody else's journal page, your journal page, because remember, we're good scientists and we have good notes and good journals. So I am going to stop sharing my screen with you because you have done a great job on this activity today. When you're finished, click that little green check mark on Seesaw to let me know you're done, and you're all good for me today. So I hope you learned lots about clouds and that you can use those clouds to help you predict the weather. When you look up in the sky, whatever clouds you see, you'll know what kind of weather we're going to have that day. So I'll see you tomorrow, guys. Bye.